After bearing the heat themselves, the contractor couple at the center of the flood control scandal, Sara and Curly Discaya, finally dropped names. Before the Senate, the couple who bagged multi-billion peso government contracts claimed they were forced to play by the rules of a corrupt system. They said kickbacks of 10 to 25% of project costs were mandatory to keep their projects moving or risk losing millions. The Discayas named at least 16 legislators, including Quezon City Representative Arjo Ataide, Marikina Representative Marcelino Teodoro, and Pasig Representative Roman Romulo, an ally of Mayor Vico Soto, who defeated Sara Discaya in the last midterm polls. Former House Appropriation Chair Zaldico and House Speaker Martin Romualdez also made the list.
Karamihan sa mga kawani ng DPWH na nabanggit sa itaas ay paulit-ulit na binabanggit ang delivery ng pera ay para sa kay Zaldico na dapat at least 25%. Si Kong Marvin Rillo naman ay ilang beses na binabanggit ang pangalan ni Speaker Martin Romualdez bilang kanyang malapit na kaibigan.
Romualdez wasted no time dismissing the allegations, calling the affidavit false, malicious, and nothing more than name-dropping. Zaldico echoed the sentiments, saying the statements were politically motivated and based on hearsay, designed to mislead the public. Navotas Representative Toby Tiangco earlier accused Co of budget insertions totaling 13.8 billion pesos. Other implicated lawmakers vowed to pursue charges against the Discayas.
I will also file a libel case against the Discaya so they may answer before the proper court of law for this deliberate action to destroy my reputation by deceiving the public.
I'm doing this because that I think is the best way for me to show that how I live. I think I've been submitting my SALN anyway. Malice involved in the affidavit is that dapat sila yung minention because sila yung kausap niya. Pero ako pa rin yung sinama niya despite the fact na klinaro rin niya. Wala kaming pag-uusap. Hindi kami nag-uusap, hindi nga nila ako nakakausap tungkol sa mga bagay na ito. They've asked for meetings, that I'm sure of. Kasi taga-Pasig sila eh. Pero again po, no, the point here is yung malice involved is mentioning my name in the affidavit. Selective talaga if you really look at it. It is selective for the simple reason na ang minention pa niya, yung katunggali niya sa politika.
Senator Rodante Marcoleta suggested the Discaya couple could become state witnesses, but the new Senate leadership shut that down.
Isyong naiwan dahil noong September 8 po, while I was still the chairman of the Blue Ribbon, napagkaisahan po ng komite dahil sa noong September 1, kung maalala po natin, as chairman, I floated the idea na para makatulong po kung merong gustong lumabas na do sa 15 na kasama sa pagdinig, makakatulong po sila ma-identify po lahat ng mga kasabwat sa anomalyang paglalatag ng mga proyektong pang flood control. Pinload po natin yung idea na kung gusto ninyo, ay kinakausap na po namin ng DOJ, you may be provided by provisional immunity. Of course, pag-aaralan natin kung qualified kayo. Ang mangyayari po noon, with all due respect, baka po ma-compromise o mawala po yung integrity ng proceedings natin. The integrity of the inquiry is very, very important here. Sila po ay pinangakuan namin sapagkat nagpapasaklolo sila, alam nila na may panganib ang buhay, hindi lamang sa kanilang mag-asawa kung hindi yung pamilya nila. Kaya nakita po namin ang urgency.
We will probably assess muna the proposition. Kompleto na ba? Yung bang tell-all ba yun? Magiging state witness nila? O tell-half?
House Infrastructure Chair Terry Ridon also asserting the couple was far from innocent. Pasig Mayor Vico Soto also advised the public to take the Discayas' claims with a grain of salt.
Mas mabigat yung pagwasak ko ng kredibilidad at affidavit ni Curly Discaya kahapon. Mabigat yung mga sinabi niya sa Senado, nag-akusa ng mga tao, tututuro ng malalaki pong mga tao, only for him to take a step back at biglang maglinaw sa amin pong komite. Sisiyasatin natin kung meron ba talagang nag-uudyok, meron ba silang mga nakausap pang iba. Kasi very suspicious po talaga yung yung mismong contents po ng affidavit nila.
Kasinungalingan po talaga. At lantarang kasinungalingan naman po yung mga sinasabi nito. Hindi naman po bago sa kanila ang pagsisinungaling. Naobserbahan na po natin ito on the record and in public very many times. Sabi nga, dito sa kaso na ito, ang sinungaling ay asawa ng magnanakaw.
The palace also weighing in. It insists the Discayas cannot just name individuals loosely without enough evidence.
Ang nais naman din po ng Pangulo ay malawakang pag-iimbestiga at malaman natin talaga ang katotohanan. At ang ayaw lang naman ng Pangulo kung mag-name drop ng walang ebidensya, mahirap lang po basta-basta mag-name drop. Kailangan kompleto yung ebidensya nila. Ang mga nabanggit na mga pangalan ay makakasama sa pag-iimbestiga. Pero still, hindi naman ibig sabihin ng lahat na nabanggit ay talagang guilty na at pwede nang akusahan ni numan.
But the Discayas only named House members, insisting no senators were involved. This sparked a brief exchange between Senators Marcoleta and Jinggoy Estrada, each joking, or maybe not, about being off the hook in the scandal.
Mr. Discaya, sa dami-dami mong binanggit na pangalan na kongresista, isa lang tanong ko, Senador, meron ba?
Your Honor, wala po.
Sigurado ka?
Safe ka na.
Sigurado po.
I resent that statement, Mr. Chair. I resent that statement.
Safe ka na. Okay. Diba? Safe na.
Mr. Chair, I move that you strike of the record that your
Alam mo
statement.
naman, biro lang naman yun Wala yun.
Or so they thought. Just a day after the revelations made at the upper chamber, two senators were dragged into the mess. At a House hearing, former Bulacan DPWH Assistant District Engineer Bryce Hernandez claimed Senators Estrada and Joel Villanueva received kickbacks from multi-million peso infra projects. He also presented photos and screenshots, including images of Estrada with ex-DPWH Bulacan District Engineer Henry Alcantara, disappearing messages from Villanueva, and an obscene amount of cash, allegedly meant for project proponents.
Sabi ni Senator Marcoleta kahapon, ligtas ka na. Hindi po ito totoo. Si Senator Jinggoy Ejercito Estrada, Senator Joel Villanueva, Yusek Robert Bernardo, at D. Alcantara. Si Senator Jinggoy po ay nagbaba ng 355 million ngayong 2025 sa mga ilang projects sa Bulacan. Sabi po ng boss ko dito ay 30% ang commitment dito. Noong 2023 naman ay naglabas ng 600 million si Senator Joel Villanueva at ang SOP nito ay 30% din. Ang SOP nito ay 30% din. Binigay din ito nung lumabas sa GAA at i-deliver sa bahay niya sa Bukawi ni D. Alcantara at dating hepe ng aming construction si Engineer JP Mendoza.
Both senators denied the allegations. Estrada even challenged Hernandez to a lie detector test. Meanwhile, Villanueva insisted a mastermind was orchestrating the claims.
I'm the most vulnerable senator when it comes to the issue of corruption because of my past issues. It is unfair for me to recall my past right now. I'm doing my job as a senator, and I will always fulfill my duties as your senator. I will always attend this committee hearing, and I want the presence of those mentioned by Mr. Hernandez in the Senate hearing. I want to confront them. If they cannot show pieces of evidence linking me to corruption or yung sinasabi niya tumatanggap ako ng 30%, I will really sue him. sinira niya aking reputasyon. Maganda na yung, well, with all due respect, hindi naman pa sa pagbubuhat ng sarili kong bangko. Maganda na yung aking performance. I have elicited a lot of information coming from the resource persons. Marami na akong pinaamin ng mga kalokohan.
Alam ko po kung bakit lumabas ang pangalan ko. Kahapon ho, Ginoong Pangulo, and Senator JV and Senator Chis would attest to this. May hawak po ako ng mga affidavits ng mga taga-DPWH sa Bulacan. Klarong-klaro po sinong mastermind, Mr. President. Klarong-klaro po kung nasaan na si Dracula, kung bakit bumaba ang kanyang dugo kasi hindi na ho malaman kung saan tatago yung bilyon-bilyon o trilyon-trilyong salapi. Hindi na alam kung saan kaya bumaba po yung dugo. At mismo si Dracula sinasabi hindi naman niya gagawin ito kung walang basbas ng amo niya. Sino ba ang amo niya, Mr. President? Sino ba ang naglagay sa kanya bilang tagapagbantay ng national budget?
With House lawmakers and senators now implicated, the question looms: should Congress investigate itself or let an independent body handle it? The president wasted no time unveiling the composition and sweeping powers of an independent fact-finding commission to probe the flood control anomalies. The ad hoc body will be led by a chairperson and 2 members, each required to possess proven competence, integrity, probity, and independence. And their powers, far-reaching. They can issue subpoenas to compel witnesses and documents, recommend to the Justice Department who may qualify as state witness, ask courts to impose whole departure orders to keep suspects from leaving the country, and even push for the preventive suspension of public officials implicated in the scandal. All these in pursuit of one's goal, getting to the bottom of the flood control mess.